You, Tommy?
Hello everyone, what is up? My name is Taylor and welcome to AAA Digest. So after the extended narrative trailer that shows off some cutscenes you can expect from the game on August 28th, we got to see the new updated designs of characters from the original which are looking amazing, and we got to hear a small glimpse of some of the voice acting talent for the remake. We thought let's take a closer look and give you guys a brief spoiler-free background of some of these key characters and set up their roles in the story. We'll touch on others closer to launch. So number 1, Tommy Angelo, our protagonist, who starts out as an average cab driver on the streets of Lost Heaven, putting in many hours and late night shifts, yet he finds very little fulfillment or reward for his work, yet is grateful for employment as the Great Depression offered little to no jobs. On September 30th, 1930, during the night on one of his smoke breaks, he is approached by two gangsters known as Paulie and Sam that are being chased by rival mobsters. Tommy reluctantly helps them escape the attack in his taxi and drops them off. He is rewarded with an envelope containing cash, as well as being told that Salieri, the don of one of the two major mafia families in the city, looks for dependable and capable men like him. Eventually, Tommy accepts his proposal and takes his first major steps towards being a mobster and living a more fulfilled life. Number 2, Detective Norman. So the next character who plays a major role in the story is Norman, an experienced Irish detective brought up through the school of hard knocks who happens to be handed the Morello case. In 1938, Tommy Angelo arranges a meeting with Norman to share his story and time with the Salieri crime family, which will give context in a retrospective form of storytelling that cleverly sets up and gives reason for the gameplay sequences to exist in the game. So at the beginning of major missions, expect to see a lot of Detective Norman and Tommy Angelo discussing and reacting to major events in the game. Number 3, Don Salieri. Now, the leader of the Salieri crime family, calm, calculated, and he is usually friendly on the outside, but when pushed can become very dangerous. For the most part, business is more important than friendship for Don Salieri, and that's a major reason why he's become so successful, one reason at least. In his early days, Salieri joined the Pepone crime family, who ran the city. Here he befriended Don Morello and the two became Don Pepone's two most trusted capos. However, in 1921, Don Pepone got killed in a deal gone wrong, which would prove to be the origin of the Salieri and Morello feud, as each blamed each other for Pepone's death, and the two still hold major resentment towards each other. Despite this, they both decided to divide up Lost Heaven into two territories for their own families. However, in 1930, Morello starts to make major moves to extend his criminal empire by attacking Salieri's men and businesses. Tommy Angelo is soon enlisted into Salieri's family, becoming a valuable tool against Morello during the ongoing mob war. Number 4, Don Morello, the leader of the Morello crime family, operating mostly in the east side of Lost Heaven and will be a primary antagonist in the game. He came to power and was greatly helped by his younger brother Sergio and a major connection with a city councillor and politician. He's ambitious, quick-tempered and ruthless towards anyone in his way. He distinctively can be seen dressing in an all-white suit with a blue tie that honestly matches his personality. He wants people to see him. When this game begins, Morello is making major moves against Don Salieri, his oldest friend and former partner. He will be the major reason for an out-and-out war between the two crime families due to his ambition and need for power. Number 5, Paulie. One of the standout characters, he is charismatic, energetic and is prone to anger when pushed, which often gets him in trouble. Paulie grew up rough on the streets and quickly turned to crime to make a living, which he's pretty good at. Paulie becomes an established soldier for the Salieri crime family sometime between 1930. As Mafia 1 begins, we're introduced to him as he's on the run from a rival mobster family. He forces a cab driver who happens to be Tommy Angelo to act as a getaway driver to outmaneuver the chasing hitmen. After Tommy saves their lives, Paulie vouches for him and accompanies Angelo on his introduction mission for Don Salieri. Paulie becomes one of Tommy Angelo's partners in the family, with the two working alongside each other for many missions. Eventually the two become best friends throughout the story, and I think a lot of people who haven't played the original will love this character. Number 6, Sarah. Now seen ever so briefly in the trailer is Sarah, compassionate, loyal and a bad cook, if Don Salieri is to be believed. She is the daughter of Luigi, the bartender of Salieri's bar. In the original there is a mission in which Tommy escorts her home through the dangerous back alleys of Little Italy. Sarah becomes Tommy's love interest and is often on Tommy's mind during character defining moments throughout the story. Number 7, Frank Colletti. Frank is quiet, intelligent and a family man with a wife and child, but ultimately he is the consigliere of the Salieri crime family and Don Salieri's longtime best friend. Growing up alongside the Don in a poor district, the two cling the ranks towards power together. Although he may not look out of place in a room of mobsters, he's extremely clever, a voice of reason for many of his hot-headed partners, and has formed some powerful connections over the years, making him a valuable asset to the Don and the Salieri crime family. He will instruct Tommy on how to complete specific missions or hits and plays a big role in the game. Number 8, Sam. Sam is somewhat mysterious, quiet throughout but ultimately loyal to the family. Yet again he is introduced alongside Paulie being chased by a hit squad. After being brought to safety by Tommy, he pays Tommy Angelo a lump sum of money for his help, while telling him the Don could do with loyal and reliable men like himself. Sam, similar to Paulie, is Tommy's partner and plays a role in combat and missions, often providing backup if needed. That's it for the short character video describing some of the major characters seen in the narrative trailer. Obviously there is much more to each character and some other characters in the trailer, but we didn't want to delve too deep in case we spoil too much. We want to give people who haven't played the original the chance to experience the remake as fresh as possible, yet some insight and to get you excited. But what character are you most excited to see in the game? Personally, I love Paulie and Don Salieri and hope we get much more of them throughout the game. And what do you guys think about the new voice acting performances? Honestly, they sound good. But that's it from me. Mafia the Definitive Edition releases August the 28th for Xbox One, PS4 and PC. For more content like this, stay tuned here on AAA Digest, if you want. Bye bye.